Today is, oh my goodness, what is today? I don't know. We had such a crazy night last night on the live stream. Um, I got to give shout out to my top three fans. Guys, did you see what I did? Bruce told me to make a video the next day, which is today, and Bruce put the top three fans in a thumbnail. He put your names up there for peace and love. I don't know how you made number three, but you did. Congratulations for making the top three. Guys, Bruce is great. Bruce is great. He said I needed to reward my top three fans of every session. And that's exactly what he did. Go look at it. Bruce told me the next day. So tomorrow, I'm going to make a video, a quick one, with a thumbnail that's going to show the top three fans from tonight, our live stream. And it's hilarious. Anyway, welcome to the Daily Dose of Jeff live stream. Every night we're here. I started early tonight, didn't I? I started early. Wow. Last night was off the hook. If you're new here and you know nothing about what's going on, guys, this all started as a joke. 2 weeks ago, I decided to go live because of Saved by the Bell, Season 2, Episode 11. Zach and Lisa created Teen Line. So I went on there, I went live and created Teen Line, and we were just giving out love advice to teens. That didn't go over so well. Not when little 12-year-old Asher jumped on. Okay, so I had to drop the Teen Line. But next thing I know, we're all talking every day, and the same people are showing up. And now we're all meeting every night at this time. They're all, I know I'm early. I know. You guys are going to be mad at me. I tell everybody 9 or 10 o'clock Eastern time, and it's like 7:30 now. I know. I know, not good, right? Anyway, I started early. Maybe I'll cut out and I'll come back later today. Maybe we'll do a quick intro, and then I'll come back later tonight. So don't give up on me. Maybe I'll do that. So I'll just talk for a little bit, uh, and then tonight around 10 o'clock Eastern, I'll jump on. I think that's when everybody's expecting me. But last night was so much fun. 747 jumps into the conversation. Coda hits me with a crazy question, and I'm going to ask you guys Coda's question tonight. What if you had to give me three movies that you could rewatch forever? This is the topic. Your top three movies that you could watch forever. What are your three top movies that you've seen the most? Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Top three movies that you've seen the most. For me, Swingers is number one by far. I've watched Swingers with Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau. I mean, the reason it hits home with me is because I'm 55 years old now. Back in 1994, I think it was made, I could identify with those guys because the whole movie is about a guy named Mike who broke up a 6-year relationship. I just got to have a 4-year relationship at that time. Mike's best friend, they all try to cheer him up. He's so busted up over this girl, Michelle. They try to take him. They're out in California. They take him clubbing out there, man. They go to bars and clubs every single night. So back in 1994, I was 24 years old. I just broke up with my girlfriend Sherry after 4.5 years. And I could identify with Mike, who was Jon Favreau, played that role. If you don't know who he is, he was in Rudy. He was the smart guy. Jon Favreau's in so many movies. Do you guys know who Vince Vaughn is? You got to know who Vince Vaughn is. Vince Vaughn's been in 1,000 movies. Anyway, I identify with Swingers so much because Mike went through a heartbreak. Mike's best friend, Vince Vaughn, who played Trent Walker, he is exactly like my best friend at the time. His name was David. They are so similar in a million ways. They look like each other. All his mannerisms are just like David's. David was the cool guy that got all the girls. David, had all the right things to say at the clubs and the girls and all that, like Vince Vaughn, and he was just cool. It all resonates. But the funniest part about the movie is they play Sega Genesis 1994 hockey, and me and David played that right before we went out clubbing, just like they do in the movie. That is mind blowing. So I identify with that movie because me and David would play Sega Genesis hockey. I don't know if you guys remember back that far, but back then, Sega Genesis came out. It's a gaming system. Came out with this hockey game that was so awesome, and you could knock a guy over when you hit him hard enough and make his head bleed. They even say it in the movie. So John Favreau says, "Make Wayne Gretzky's head bleed," and they do. And it's just, guys, we're going to go through that entire movie one night. So what I do when my wife and kids are away, I do a thing called a Jeff night. And when I do a Jeff night, my wife and kids are gone. They usually go up to her parents and sleep over, which is about 3 hours away. So I have a Jeff night. I stay here to take care of all the animals. When I have a Jeff night, I do the same routine. I put on swingers. I break open a bottle of red wine, and I have 3 pounds of crab legs. That's when I do a Jeff night. And I put swingers on. Same routine. I've done it so many times. Watched that movie so many millions of times. I even watched the documentary portion of the movie. And it just hits so close to home because that was me and David. John Favreau and Vince Vaughn. It's amazing how much David looks like Vince Vaughn in that movie and acts like him. And not that I look so much like John Favreau, a tiny bit, but, it just hit home because he suffers in this relationship over Michelle. He can't stop thinking about her after 6 years they broke up. He's constantly checking his voicemail, hoping that she left a message. This goes on. They go clubbing. And one of the greatest scenes is when he picks up this girl, Nikki. He finally gets up enough courage to get a girl's phone number, Nikki. He goes home that night. Now, one of the big plots in the movie is waiting. Vince Vaughn and the other cool guy, his name is Stu. Vince and Stu, they pick up all the girls and they wait. And they always agree on everything. And the industry standard was to wait 2 days before you call a girl. Now remember, there were no cell phones back then. So today you can text and you can go on Snapchat and all that. Different back in 1994, totally different. Totally different, guys. You had to just pick a time when you were going to actually call the girl, when you had enough guts to get her phone number. And in the movie, they keep referencing 2 days. That's industry standard. 2 days. You got to wait 2 days. Well, Mike finally gets up enough nerve. He meets this girl, Nikki, at the bar. He gets her number. And one of the greatest scenes in movie history, Mike goes home to his empty apartment. It's like 2, 3 a.m. that night. He decides to call Nikki. He calls Nikki, and Nikki's not there. She lets it go to voicemail. Mike leaves a message, and he tried to leave his phone number, and it cut him off. So Mike calls again. Calls, he dials, he's talking, gets cut off by the answer machine. He doesn't leave his phone number. Now he calls a third time. He starts talking to her. He tries to explain his 6-year relationship over the voicemail. It gets cut off. He gets angry. He calls a fourth time. Mike calls a fourth time. And then he says, "Listen, this just isn't working between us." He says, "I need some time off. I just got over a 6-month..." Cuts him off. He calls back a fifth time. He calls and he says, "You're a great girl and I really like you." And then the girl picks up. She says, "Mike?" He says, "Nikki, great. How are you?" She says, "Don't ever call me again. Don't ever call me." Totally screws it up. And that scene is classic. But what's even funnier is the next day when Mike's best friend shows up and says, "You should get that girl Nikki a call. It's been 2 days." And Mike just looks, shaking his head. All right, Caesar, am I guilty? Well, Caesar, you got to give me a little bit of information before I can tell you if you're guilty or not. What are we guilty of? I can help you out if I just have a little bit more info. Caesar wants to know if he's guilty. Anyway, guys, if anybody's out there seen, I need to know your top three movies that you could watch over and over. What are the top three movies that you have watched the most? That's probably your answer. So for me, it's Swingers. Number two's got to be Goodfellas. Goodfellas, one of the greatest movies. Coda, if you're out there, Coda from last night. This was Coda's question. What an incredible question he asked me. A movie you could rewatch the most. Goodfellas, you can't get tired of watching Goodfellas. Joe Pesci just nails the role of an Italian mobster. Uh, just incredible. It really is. Oh, I didn't know my daughter was in there. Am I interrupting your phone call? I'm being really loud. I am sorry about. All right, so Saul wants to know what's the worst movie ever? Saul, there were so many bad movies. How could someone? I'll tell you, I think I know the answer. I know the answer because I went to the movie theater and I paid to see this movie, and I think about a half hour I could not stay in the theater and I had to leave. I had to leave. I was with my girlfriend, I believe, at the time. Evita. Evita. I really want to beat up the guy that made that movie. Now listen, if you guys have seen Hamilton, Hamilton is a play that took place in New York, and it's all rapping, no talking. That's what Evita was with Madonna. But it wasn't nothing like Hamilton. Evita was singing the whole movie. Every word was sung. And if you absolutely want to torment yourself, watch Evita. I don't know a human being in their right mind that could watch Evita for more than a half hour and not want to pull their hair out. I had to leave, and I paid a lot of money for these movie tickets. So I think I could say Evita was the worst movie I ever made. Aubrey says, "Bro, I'm legit under my bed chilling with my Dr. Pepper." All right, Aubrey, so tell us why. All right, I'd like to guess ages first of all. So from Aubrey's comment, I'm going to say Aubrey is 12 to 15. I'm leaning more towards 12 or 13. Am I right, Aubrey? But anyway, you're chilling under your bed with your Dr. Pepper, and that's totally cool. Um, Nothing wrong with that. Soul says, "I think this movie is the best thing to watch with my girlfriend to force her to break up with me without feeling guilty." Yeah, definitely. She'll break up with you. Aubrey says, "Yeah, I'm 12." See, look at that. I mean, look, I know people. I know people. How do you think I have 2,300 subscribers? I know people, which is totally cool, guys. Listen, this whole live stream thing, this is like, I think I'm on like day 12. And this was all by accident. None of my regulars are here yet. And we got this like live stream little family going on. You guys like Soul and Aubrey, guys, you should join the live stream family. We're all just here every night talking about anything. Wait till Dennis and Asher show up and Blair and so many crazy people just show up. It's funny. But what really kills me are the random comments I get. The one guy comes out of nowhere with a random comment. He gives me his order like I'm his waiter. He says, "T-bone steak, medium well." Just like I ask him, what would you like to eat? Comes out of nowhere, T-bone steak, medium well, loaded potato. Bro, I didn't ask you for your order. Why are you giving me your order? I'm not your waiter. That, but there was one comment after that was more random the next night. Somebody came up, I took a screenshot of it with this crazy, wacky coffee mug question, which blew my mind. I couldn't even talk after that comment. But anyway, so Aubrey, tell us about you. Aubrey is 12 years old, sitting under her bed. Aubrey, you should hang around till Asher comes on. Asher's my buddy. And I think Asher said he's from California. I get the states mixed up. I think Asher's in California. No, no, he's Atlanta. I got it. Asher, you're going to be proud of me. I got it. He's in Atlanta. Asher's 12 years old too. But what I'm waiting for is one of our live stream family members, James. He's going to tell us about. Maybe he went on date number 3 with this girl. He's 28 years old, so a little bit older than you, Aubrey. But we were talking to him. Last night was crazy. Guys, if you know nothing about what's been going on, this whole live stream thing just happened by accident. I my whole channel was about sitcoms, and I was talking about Saved by the Bell. Anybody out there watch Saved by the Bell? Uh-oh. My wife and daughter are home. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to cut the live stream here because I got to talk to them. Oh, no, no, it's not them. Catherine's by herself. Not yet. Not yet. I want to wait to talk to my wife. And then I'll go live. I go live every night. And we went live for like 2 hours last night. But I just want to pop on real quick. But anyway, guys, last night was a great session. This whole live stream thing, it just happened by accident. It just happened. I wanted to do Teen Line, which was Saved by the Bell episode, season 2, episode 11. Zach and Lisa started Teen Line. So I figured I'll do Teen Line just for fun. I was bored, and people came on, and I'm giving love advice. That's what Zach and Lisa did. Did anybody know who I'm talking about? Zach Morris, Lisa Turtle? Anyone? Any Saved by the Bell fans out there? Anybody? Anyway, so I do Teen Line, and all these guys are talking to me, and girls. I'm giving love advice, and I had to stop it because Asher was 12, and my daughter ran across the street to her friend's house to put me on and told her friend about me being live, giving love advice to teens. I had to stop it. So I stopped Teen Line. I'll give love advice, but you have to be over the age of 21. 21 and older, and I'll give you love advice. But anyway, this whole thing just started for fun. And more, the same people were showing up every night. And now I call them my live stream family. You guys are welcome to be in my live stream family. No problem at all. Just show up every night with us, and we talk about everything and anything, and it's fun. And I keep my top 3. So right now I'm going to do a top 3 fans. Let's see who's my top 3. Aubrey, number 1. Congratulations, Aubrey. Soul, you're number 2. And Caesar is coming in at number 3. Now, if you guys stay that way, tomorrow I do a video during the day and give a shout out to my top 3 fans. And I put your name right there big on the thumbnail. So all my subscribers are going to see who you are. So if you guys have your own channel you want to advertise or whatever, tell me in the comment. And if you're in my top 3, I will give your channel a prop. What do they call that? A plug. So you definitely want to be in my top 3. And that's every session we do that tonight. But guys, last night was so fun. We were talking about the craziest things, just talking about life. And I don't know how this whole thing started online. It just got crazy. Then go back. So what you guys got to do, if you really want to be a part of this and come every night and join us, go back a couple weeks ago when I first started and watch the live stream so you can get caught up on all the stories. Because what I started doing is telling stories from my life. So everybody, 12 years old, 35 years old, everybody can relate to my stories. And man, there's some really powerful. 747's back. He's back. And Coda, what is up? Coda, good afternoon. That tells me where you at again, Coda. You're saying good afternoon. That means you got to be out west, Coda. Oh, you said Louisiana. It shouldn't be afternoon there. It should be 8 o'clock at night, right? 7, maybe 7 or 8. You're about to eat boneless wings. Oh, Coda, I can't do boneless wings. You got to have the bone in. Oh, man. Boneless wings with... All right, that's your thing. That's totally cool. 747. Did you see what I did? So Bruce told me to give a shout out every day to the top 3 fans. So 747. I was mad because you deserve to be number three, and YouTube put that Peace for Love girl as number three. And Bruce said he made a thumbnail. Go, you can go look after you sign off. That Bruce is gonna put all you guys on a thumbnail, whoever my top three fans are, the next day. So tomorrow I'm gonna make a video for my top three fans, and Bruce is gonna put your name real big on there. And 747, you're still on the thumbnail, I think, or in the description. No, I put you in the description. You deserve to be on a top three list. You brought it strong yesterday. Coda, you made it number two last night, so you were awesome. In fact, Coda, we were just talking about your question. What a great question. But who was it? Was it Soul? Somebody asked me. Who was it? I think it was, oh, Caesar. This guy Caesar on here. He's number three right now. Caesar asked, "What is the worst movie ever made?" Now, let's keep it realistic. The worst movie ever made that was kind of popular. So let's do that because there were a lot of B-roll movies that were just horrible. Hi, Maria. How are you? Coda, man, you're killing me with the boneless wings. I take wings and beer extremely, extremely personal. And boneless wings. Have you tried the bone in? No bread on it. You have them extra crispy, and then you get the super incredible Inferno sauces. And man, I love my eyes watering and nose running. It takes a lot for that to happen for me. I could take a lot of heat. But anyway, so Coda, I want to know your worst movie that was semi popular. So for me, no doubt it was Evita. Evita was just horrible. Evita, Madonna was in that. Does anybody know Madonna? I know she was before your time. But man, Evita, they sang every word in the movie, and you got to the point where you wanted to tear your hair out. I had to leave the movie theater. I could not sit there and watch anymore without, just wanting to rip hair out of my head. I don't know what else you could say. Maria, tell us about you, Maria. Anyway, Coda, did you see what I did? So Bruce made me a thumbnail and put the top three fans on there from the night before. So tomorrow I'm going to make a video, and Bruce is going to make a thumbnail and put the top three. Coda, you were number two, but I wanted 747 on that top three because you gave some good input last night. We had a really good conversation, didn't we, last night? That was so fun. Oh, man. I hope we have another one like that tonight. Um, I'm probably going to sign off in a little bit, and then I'll go live later for our 10 o'clock Eastern session. I was hoping to catch Asher on here. I don't know what happened to my buddy Asher. He's not on here. Asher, there's another 12-year-old on here. Aubrey. Aubrey's on here. And Aubrey says she's sitting under her bed with her Dr. Pepper. What's that mean, guys? Is there meaning behind that? Is there... Aubrey, what's going on? You're alone in your room. You're drinking Dr. Pepper and you're under your bed. I'm a little worried about that. 740 says he's not going to stay long. You have night shift. Oh, what do you do, 747? Did you tell us last night? I don't think you did. I'll tell you what, I worked a night shift. I think I was 29 years old. And right when I met my wife, I was on the third shift. For your younger crowd, third shift means you work all night and sleep all day. Maria says she won't be too much live because 9:02 in Brazil. Oh, you have school tomorrow. That's okay, Maria. If you have to go, totally understand. If you want to be part of the Daily Dose of Jeff live stream family, just pop in when you can. I usually go live a little bit later than this. This is an early edition. So if I go early, you can join us. You can always watch it the next day. It's out there. Go watch it and see if you made the top three fans. I'm going to make a big thumbnail with my top. Let's see who the top three are right now. So if we were to make a thumbnail right now, it would be Maria number one. Congratulations, Maria. Aubrey dropped to number two, and 747 made number three. And that is what I wanted last night. But Bruce said no. Bruce wouldn't let you be on the thumbnail. 747, I'm sorry. But listen, back to my story. Third shift. I was working 7 at night. This is my first computer job. If you guys don't know, I'm a computer engineer. 747. Man, at 7 at night till 7 in the morning. 12 hours I was working. I was 29 years old. I just switched. My undergrad degree was in food science, and I hated it. So I switched to computers, which I'm still into today. 7 at night till 7 in the morning. 12-hour shifts on the weekend. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. You got off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Who would like that schedule? Do you guys think you would like third shift schedule? 747 is going to tell you night shift is not easy. Not easy. Fighting your sleep is the hardest part of the third shift. Do I have any other third shift workers out there? For you younger people like Maria, Aubrey, when you get a little older, you're going to have to start working. And usually the younger people get the worst hours to work. The third shift is so hard. You're just not part of humanity. You get home early in the morning and you sleep all day long. It's like the cycles are reversed. It is so horrible. When you're younger, it really doesn't matter, does it? But anyway, guys, we'll jump on tonight. Is that you, Catherine? Yeah. Okay. But I wanted to talk about the third shift for me. That, man, 7 to 7. Who would like that shift for your job? 7 at night, starting Friday night. Saturday, 7 to 7. Sunday, 7 to 7 into Monday morning. But you're off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You don't go back in until Friday night at 7. Who would like that? I had to do that at a computer job that was so boring. When I first started in computers, my job, since I didn't know much, was to sit in a dark, cold computer room with hundreds of servers. This is a Fortune 500 company. And if a little red light came on, I had to call somebody. That was my job. I wasn't to touch anything else. It's a pharmaceutical company, Fortune 500. You guys probably have tons of their products in your home right now. And my job, 7 to 7. But here's the beautiful thing about it. They had this huge building, massive, and they had a gym that was open. So I'm working out at like 3 o'clock in the morning. There's one security guard in the entire building. So I'm going to tell you a funny story at 747. You may enjoy this one. I used to sleep in the ladies' bathroom. I mean, the building was empty. There's offices everywhere, right? So I used to go into the woman's bathroom because for the pregnant women, they had a couch. And then they had this little screen blocking anybody walking into the bathroom, so you really couldn't see who was on the couch. 7:06 p.m. Yes. So at night, like 3 in the morning, I used to be so dead tired on the night shift, I went into the ladies' room and I would sleep. And I brought my little alarm clock. I'd set it for 4 a.m. I'd get a nice hour of sleep in, which was great. It helped so much to get me through the night. Until, yes, one night, I don't know why, but a worker comes in at 3:30 in the morning, an office worker. My heart stopped. This is a massive building, only me, my partner, and the security guard all the way downstairs. I think I'm on like the 4th floor or something. Never expected a human being to ever walk in. I'm in the woman's room, behind this screen, on a couch. The door opens. What do you do? I'm a 28-year-old man in a woman's room. I froze. She walks into a stall, and I can hear her peeing. I said, Jeff, you got to go for it. Get out of here now. I got everything slowly. I got it all together. Got my hand on the wire to my alarm clock. And I said, 1, 2, 3. And I pulled it, got my stuff, and flew out the door. That must have scared the life out of that poor woman that was in there. Yeah, my dog knows that's how she felt. And let me tell you, I ran so fast down the hallway so she could not find me. I don't know what she was thinking. Now, I was smart. I didn't use the woman's bathroom on the same floor that I was working. It was smart. I think I went down or up 2 floors. So I knew no way they would find me if I had to run. And man, I ran to the steps. There was no way she was catching me. My heart was racing, and it's something I never ever forgot. But you know what I remember most about that job? If you guys remember, if anybody saw my other video, the night of the millennium, anybody out there remember that story that I told? The night of the millennium, when the millennium changed from 1999 Y2K to 2000, I was working that third shift job. That was during that time. Because I not only had my very first beer ever at the age of 30, mine would be the Netflix movie Baby Driver. Oh, really? I never saw Baby Driver. Catherine, did you see a movie called Baby Driver? All right.
You have to put beans in here.
What? That's not for you?
You can take them out.
Oh, sorry. My daughters are talking about their
Wait,
Chipotle.
I'm not allowed to eat this? The Chipotle bowl.
Can she eat the rest of the bowl? Can she have it all?
However much she wants, it's for her.
Oh, save one for mom, she said.
That's not what I said.
What did you say?
I said have whatever you can eat.
All right, and mom will have the rest. So, anyway, guys, it was really the night of the millennium, Y2K. I worked for this pharmaceutical firm, Fortune 500 company, and they were so terrified that their company was going to blow up and all the chemicals and drugs, all that was going to fall apart because of Y2K. So, because I worked a third shift,
Yeah, the one is out.
I had coffee. What's out? Oh, the light is out? Yeah, I got to get my headlight fixed, guys. So, before I let you go, I had my first cup of coffee at the age of 30, which I am an avid coffee drinker every single night. And I had my first beer ever.
What do you guys think?
I'll catch you guys later tonight around 10 o'clock Eastern. I got to talk to my wife. Thanks for watching, guys. This is not going to count for the top 3 for tomorrow's video at 10 o'clock.